Chulada. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Richie Rich. Thank you guys for tuning in on our first podcast. I'm over here with my boy, Mr. Buffer.
Fat Johnny. I repeat, Fat Johnny.
That's right. We got somebody called Fat Johnny out there, and that's a disgrace of a name, but hey, it is what it is.
You gotta do what you gotta do to stay alive. I always said that.
Hey, we're a brand new podcast, guys, out the beautiful city of Downey. Born and raised. I'm here with your big homie, Mr. Buffer. Mr. Buffer, let me hear a little bit about yourself.
Heidi ho, neighborino. Some of you guys know me from the gram, but now I'm exploring all different platforms, and right here with the big homie Rich, trying to get it cracking. What's cracking?
There you go, guys. We're being live.
Right there, Rich, just by saying this. Like, what got you into the podcast? I know why I got in. I got in because you got me in. But if I didn't mess with you, you're like, let's get a podcast. Then afterward, I told my friends I'm gonna get a podcast. And like, oh, you're funnier than this guy. I'm not gonna name drop no names because you guys already know. Even bad publicity is good publicity. So you'll never know what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, what got you saying there's that light bell in your head going, I need to do a podcast?
Well, the thing about being podcasters here, there's so many different type of them, and I watch them all day long. And I like watching the ones that entertain me, make me laugh.
So you're not just a scroller that scrolls on nothing but women and just all day long, because that's what we do on Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
I like the women, like everybody else. I like the women. The reason why I got into podcasts, folks, is because I wanted to show. I was told that social media is the next booming thing. I'm not trying to jump on a bandwagon like that, but I thought to myself, I'm very entertaining. My lifestyle is very entertaining. My partner's very entertaining.
You always got some nice tenderonis, Rich. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? But jumping into that, Rich, I mean, I think me and you make it along as good friends because we're like dark and night, yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? We're both different people. Right. And my taste in girls is different than your taste in girls because what do you like and what I like is two different things. But you know what I'm saying? For that I will drop a name. You know what I'm saying? But what name am I thinking about, Rich? Let's see if you could think what I'm thinking about.
I don't want.
I know what you like. You know what I'm saying? Off the top, you like the Kim Kardashian or Ariana Grande stuff like that. Like,
No.
Oh no, I'm off. No.
Well, you're way out because honestly, I gave up on all the BBLs. Anything with BBLs, I don't have nothing.
So you don't like the mold?
No,
skinny flat in the front, and then the little tush in the back.
No, I'm gonna go for the original stuff, Mr. Buff. I'm gonna go for the natural.
Hey, shout out to all the natural women out there, man.
Yeah,
shout out to all the natural women.
But I lost my virginity to my teacher. You want to believe it or not? She was my wrestling coach.
Hey, shout out. Wait a minute, wrestling coach. I thought you were gonna say something like algebra teacher, like reading teacher. Shout out to Rich's teacher.
No, I think she was a PE teacher, but she was my wrestling coach.
Shout out to Rich's teacher, like I said. We need to know ASAP in the comments.
But, hey,
emergency.
I gotta tell you something about that.
Who's the intermediate teacher? Whatever intermediate is that, whatever high school junior high, we need to know that.
I'm not gonna say any names, but check this out. I wrestled for 4 years, and I've always been a good wrestler in high school. From freshman, I was on the freshman team. I was on Davey. Check this story out. I was on the freshman wrestling team. I remember this wrestling
girls
coach.
on the team though, because now you know they got girls and everything now.
Oh yeah.
You watch the Olympics though?
Yeah. But let me check this story out.
Go.
Check this out. So there was the other day, I went to my wrestling. My wrestling coach passed away.
Not the one that you lost virginity to, right? Or
no. But she was there, and she looked amazing.
Oh yeah.
She looked amazing.
But check this out. She had a nice rack on her, then, huh?
She had a pretty face.
Come on, don't.
But let me do it to you. Let me do it to you because I like to do it to you. She used to date the champ #1 wrestling at that division. So if you were #1 wrestling on the wrestling team, she was dating you.
So she had some nice glutes. That's what you're saying.
Oh my gosh, she dated.
She had the most best legs. Because
no, she dated all the top wrestlers.
No, how was her legs? How was the body? We don't want to know.
Oh man, this is
what got you saying I'm gonna lose my virginity here. That's what we want to know.
This is 20 years ago, baby. This is 20 years ago. I can't remember.
It don't matter. Well, how was her? What got you turned on, or you didn't even know you were turned on? She took advantage. Just say she took advantage.
No,
give us some kind of script.
You know what she does. You know what they do.
I'm trying to find out.
But imagine if you do. I had guys waiting in line and said, "Dang, I wrestled my ass off just to be with that chick."
Wow.
My buddy that was underneath me, he wrestled his ass off to be with that chick. But that's not the reason why. The reason why that I want to do this, folks, is because I want to make my kids understand you can do anything you want. My baby could do anything she wants, and this is the first step. But the reason, let me introduce ourselves, what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do is introduce Mr. Buffer and my lifestyle. Second, our third guest we're going to actually invite are going to be exotic dancers and influencers.
That's called the party, Rich, if I'm not mistaken. That
Right?
doesn't sound like a podcast. It sounds like a backyard boogie. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Shout out to Backyard Boogie, late 90s. If you know what I'm talking about, that techno, that deep house, those thoughts came into my head immediately.
Well,
And all that little.
Hey, we didn't do that, Mr. Buck. But the real thing we're gonna try to do is I want to make sure nowadays they can do whatever they want to do. So if my little girl tells me she wants to be an influencer, I'm gonna push her to it. I would like her to be a doctor, a lawyer, like every other good parent will like, but it probably won't happen.
You gotta stay away from them gigolos, Rich, because you know they're out there.
Gigolos.
They're out there. They're out there.
They're not out there.
Play the part and dress up with a suit and tie, but those are the worst ones. I'm just saying. You don't know who to trust these days.
So another thing is, I love entertainers. I love to see a woman that knows how to dance.
So that's because you said entertainers, though. You didn't really you stood away from the word stripper, because stripper could be demeaning, degrading. Some women are like, oh no, I'm an exotic dancer.
God, we got lots of stories of that. So the reason why we're gonna do this, folks, because I would like to know. I would like to know certain lifestyles they live, certain things like they do, why they do things, and what their parents think about that doing.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that dad don't know that. Bye, dad. She's going with some medical scrubs. All right, dad, Papa, I'm gonna go to work now. Immediately changes in those locker rooms.
Hey, Mr. Buck, I got one for you, brother. So if you had a chick like Kim Kardashian, right, and then you had a chick like Evan Longoria. You know what Evan Longoria is?
No, of course I know Evan Longoria, but that's a tough little matchup you're putting right there for me, because I gotta say that since something like that's not my type, I mean, cover your ears, kids. I probably won't even get up, if you know what I mean. I probably nothing's gonna happen there, because that doesn't really arouse me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
all right.
I gotta look at. I like meat on the bone. You know what I'm saying? So the bigger the meat, the better for me. You know what I'm saying?
So another thing we're gonna do on the podcast, everybody, we're gonna do something called Player of the Week. Mr. Buff, I think you have a better explanation with Player of the Week. We're gonna have a guest on our hair, right?
Player of the week means this, ladies and gentlemen, cut and dry. It doesn't mean the most fabulous guy in the world. It means regular working guys, or basically guys we joke around with, we grew up with, and they're just regular people that honestly girls don't really mess with them. They won't really look at them, so they deserve recognition. I mean, for still going to work, still standing up, still trying to be out there, still trying to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have Player of the Week for the regular guy, not the guy that already has everything. The guy that's struggling to find themselves, the guy that's struggling, but they have it, but just that'll make them feel better. And then as we bring them up,
no.
In the comments they could tap in all they want. The ladies, the mice.
No. Our Player of the Week is this, folks. We're gonna put a picture on the screen right behind us, dress them up, make them look good, and see if our guests will date them. And then honestly, we'll tell them the truth at the end. Because honestly, women are scandalous, bro. They'll date you. You can look like the ugliest person in the world.
As long as you got paper.
As long as you got paper, that's all it is. You can have all the muscles in the world. If you don't have paper, what happens?
Oh no, the pretty guy. It's either this. You got to take a lot somewhere. The pretty guys ain't got no paper, because they have the gym all day. They want you to treat them that crab biscuit.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I got another one for you, Mr. Buff. There's one time I went out with this chick, right? And this chick asked me, she goes, hey, Rich, take me to this restaurant. I never heard of this restaurant before. It was called Morton Steakhouse, right?
I heard of that one. I heard it's very expensive.
I'm bougie.
I heard the crab legs are $115.
I'm bougie, but you know what? I never heard of that spot because, I like the old-fashioned one. Straight out, something simple that goes... Something simple, like
like a taco stand, like a
I'm simple
guy.
An
Applebee's, or say
I'm simple guy.
To say a Norm's.
So I went out with this girl a couple of times, and she always wanted to go to fancy restaurants, this restaurant, that restaurant,
But
this
what's
restaurant.
wrong with that? A woman should want to go to fancy restaurants.
But the thing is, you follow her, and then every time we see her post, where's she eating at?
Oh no, well that's a different story. I know what you're talking about. That means it's Mastros and mornings with you, but then when she's out with her homegirls, it's nothing wrong with it. Tacos Gavilan, Taco Bell, you know what I'm saying? Little spots like that, or a corner taco spot that's no Instagram, no nothing, but they sell the good tacos. You know what I'm saying? $6.75 with an horchata, 3 tacos and an horchata. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So it's a major drop, but I have an idea why they do that, because they're really just trying to test you, see where you're at, man.
Okay.
You know, so they're trying to say, well, Rich, you're telling me this, but do you really got it? What's happening? Which it's some are gonna say that's wrong, but some are gonna say that's right. Me, I have no comment for that, because I can't say I've done it before, but I'm not gonna say I've done it to the extreme where it's every night. You're gonna give me once in a while. It's normal, but you ain't gonna give me every single night.
Yeah, it would have been every night.
You had runs, Rich, where you're going to mornings on Monday, Tuesdays at Mastros, Wednesday over here. You know what I'm saying? So
terrible situation.
That's, you're not a millionaire, so I'm saying you're spending $2,000-$3,000 to take somebody out, and you barely met him.
And I haven't even touched her.
Come on,
I'm still at second base, baby.
That's the worst.
I'm still at second base.
That's the worst. And let me guess, you better not be no stripper, because then, you know what I'm saying? That's all bad. Your smile says it all.
She was.
She was. So that's even worse, because think of it like this. a guy like me, 300-some pounds, could just roll up in there, not spend no money, have $100.
Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me, Mr. Buff.
Talk to me all night, and I'll put $2 in that G-string, and I'll get more than second base than you ever did, without Morgans or anything.
Why are your facts so straight and so honest? It's the truth.
That's sad, Rich.
You know you can break my heart. You know you can make me cry.
No, I'm not
like
trying to say break your heart. I'm sorry if I do that, but I'm trying to say that's just being direct, and it's sad because in the streets they want a certain type of profile, certain type of dude, but then at their workplace they'll take anything that comes to them. You could be smelling like a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? You could be trimming trees, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But those are the worst dating experiences because on those dating experiences, it's like they're meeting you for the first time, but you're also meeting them like who they are. Then later they go, hey, you know what? I'm a stripper here. I'm doing this and that. So that's a worse experience within itself.
Well, honestly, let me tell you my worst dating experiences, Bob. That is one of them. But there's one time I fell in love with a girl. So the first time I met a girl was
you fall in love with the same fine tenderonis. You get yourself somebody normal.
No, that's why I don't
get lust. You're lusty.
Well, I'm a hopeless romantic type of guy. I'm the kind of guy who will cry on films. I'm the kind of guy that cry on films, bro. I saw
I love buns.
But the thing is, check this out. So I met this girl at Pesco one time, and she, when I wasn't into her and stuff like that, because I wasn't dating someone at the time, and she asked me to go out with her. She's like, "Hey, Rich, you want to go out one day?" Oh, BBL. BBL. I don't mess with anything else but BBLs, bro. That's why I'm going no more BBLs. I promise you. If you have a BBL, I'm gonna look at you like I gotta go. You're dangerous. You're toxic, and stuff like that. But check this out. The reason you gotta go. So you know what? The next day she calls me. It was like Father's Day weekend, and I asked her, have a good day with your father. Since I knew her, she actually don't even talk to her father.
So you've always been respectful to them.
Oh yeah, gotta be respectful. I'm a feminist, love. Mm-hmm. I'm a feminist. People that know me in my 20s, I was the biggest asshole, douchebag, gigolo in the world. But no more of that. I'm against that kind of stuff. I have 2 little girls, and I want to make sure they're grown up. But check this out. So back to what I was gonna tell you, and we'll go back to that. The worst date I ever had was, let's think about this bad boy. The worst date I ever had. Oh my God, I remember, Mr. Buff. I went. I don't want to disrespect anybody. I was at Pescador. It was dark. That's what I'm saying. Never go to nightclubs. Never go to nightclubs or bars when there's night.
You made poor choices.
Oh my gosh, bro! I got her phone number. We went out to the next day at Starbucks. I was embarrassed to be right there. No. She had bad acne. So I didn't want to be mean. So I bought her coffee, stood there for a little bit. She knew what was going on. But I got a question for you, Mr. Buff. And this is one of the things I want to bring up to you that I want to do. So this is our first episode, and we're going to start doing this. I love toxic women. That's one thing that I love to have is toxic women. But we don't have it up yet.
What do you mean we're toxic? We're toxic to you, though.
Okay, you're right. So let me shoot some at you.
Because toxic could mean different things.
Right.
Clingy, or is it like just yelling in
public,
Mr.
Buff.
Or maybe slapping in public?
So on this show, like I told you, we're going to have influencers or we're going to have entertainers, Mr. Buff.
Well, what's toxic to you?
I'll go back to that. So when we have our guests on here, there's in my eyes, there's 5 levels of toxic.
The 5 levels. Listen up.
Here we
Listen
go.
up, ladies and gentlemen, and put it on. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't care.
Right. And I actually have the definitions of all of them. They're going to be, of course, there's beginners, intermediate, novice,
this is a trick. I never heard
and
no
pro.
Shit like this.
There's a pro level of toxic. Okay, I mean, shout out to my homegirl Smoochie Bear.
And somebody said, shout out to Miss Smooches.
Right.
Hey, somebody said to me to say that shout out to Miss Smooches that the more toxic, the finer they are. I don't know.
No. So shout out to Miss Smoochies. Actually, we were at Buffalo Wild Wings, me, her, and Fat Johnny. We're having a great time. We're having a great time. She looked at me. I started talking to the waitress. Hi, miss. How you doing? She looked at me. Hey, Rich, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm the most toxic woman you ever meet in your life. I said,
I love you.
I go, how toxic? I go, you'll never meet someone like me again. And shout out to Miss Smoochie because she's beautiful. I didn't talk to her after that, bro.
But I thought you said you love toxic, though.
But you're right. So I go.
That was like you were afraid of her because you're like, oh, maybe this is too much for me.
Well, I go to novice. Once you pass a novice toxicness, I cut you. You're done. You're done in my book.
So you're under the impression that the toxic has to be like she's into you toxic, not she wants to kill you toxic.
Okay. Yeah.
She's
okay.
into you. Like the attention is there. That's it.
Okay. The pro toxicness is someone beat you up, put you in jail, and then you make up again the next day, and you guys are on a honeymoon stage.
Wow, you'll go that far?
I no, I don't like that stage. I've been there.
Okay.
I will not go there
So
again.
you'll go under that. 2 under. Two
Yeah.
bars under.
No, I'll go 1 bar under. I like that. I like that. I like
One
that.
bar
I like
under?
that. I like that.
So you like the commotion at work or just the blowing up of the phone?
Yeah. Oh no, Mister. But so that's one of the things we're gonna have. We're gonna make sure that the girls that you guys meet on this on this Instagram show, on this podcast, is the toxicness. Because if I knew you were toxic, I'm thinking, Mama, as beautiful as you are.
No, you'll ask, how toxic are you? Because I'm gonna find out if I'm gonna date you. That's what
Right.
it is.
And please don't hesitate to lie, because people lie all the time.
Something tell me you're gonna get a lot of followers because of that. I don't know. I really think. You know what I'm
But the
saying?
thing is, well, I want to get more into Player of the Week. So what we're gonna do is this, Mr. Buffer. We have a picture of one of our old buddies. We're gonna explain to him exactly who he is. We're gonna hype him up a little bit more, so he can look better.
So you're gonna, it's like these dating games that they have with pop the balloon and stuff like that. But you're doing a little bit more different. You're like saying, okay, ladies, you're gonna get a certain type of ladies and be like, okay, this is a little dating show. Mess with their heads a little bit. He's a millionaire. He's this. He's that. He has a Bentley.
You have to.
Or he has a BMW. This,
Yeah.
that. He works here. And then after they like him or they admit to it at least, then you drop the bombshell. Well, guess what? The real him is a bum. He lives at home.
Yes.
He drives an old Infinity or something.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Something
Yes,
like
you
that.
have to, because you want to understand.
Okay.
Like you said earlier today, our guests are gonna be exotic dancers. Our guests are gonna be women that sell themselves in the clubs. So the thing is, we want to make them understand what the truth is about men. But men out there want to know the truth about them also.
That's out there right now. Though. Everybody wants to know that, but we're living in a different era. We're living in a women era now. You know what I'm saying? Everything revolves around women, especially the social media, Instagram. Now, have you ever felt that they control the narrative?
Oh, of course
I
do.
really believe they control the narrative because it's up to them how far certain shows go, because it's all about likes and who's on the camera. We don't got time to be on the likes. We're electricians. We're construction workers. We're working at 7-Eleven. We're pool cleaners. We're, you know what I'm saying, tree trimmers. We're cooks. We don't got time, but
No.
they have time. They're controlling the narrative.
Oh, yeah.
They're strippers, exotic dancers, girls that sell real estate, OnlyFans. No.
Hey,
Why you
if
laughing when I
had
said
a-
the real estate
No,
agent?
dude, no, because honestly, bro, you triggered me on so many things. If I had $1 to tell me, if I had $1 that every time a dancer told me that she wants to be a realtor.
Oh, you live in Downey, I heard that's a Mexican Beverly Hills. I don't know.
Oh, Downey's a beautiful city, though.
But it's
you
the
know-
Mexican Beverly Hills, though.
Oh yeah, we live in a good spot in Downey, Mr. Bubby.
But I send I triggers through your vibe. I got like, whoa, you started laughing at the real estate agent.
No, because
that means you dated real estate agents, or
Well,
it's a very laughable to you. I need to find out what's popular.
there was one girl I fell in love with, was a real estate broker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was a little older and stuff like that, and I don't want to.
Love cougars.
She's,
Shout out to the Cougars out there.
Actually, shout out to the Cougars. Shout out to the Cougars. You want to know why? I never dated a cougar in my life.
No,
Until
you
this
never
one.
dated nobody older than you, huh?
I love
Hard to
them.
believe, Rich.
I
Hard
love
to
them.
believe.
I love them.
Okay. Then.
Shout out to Larissa Pippen.
Oh no, Larissa Pippen looks good though. I mean, that's
Baddie alert.
That's to tell you what money can buy.
Shout out to Kris Jenner.
That's a job. That's what money can buy right there, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mr. Bub. So I was back really quick. So every exotic dancer wants to be a notary, or a real estate agent,
Or insurance agent.
or insurance agent. You know the girl that I dated, the
Something
older
with
one,
commission.
the older one. She had all licenses like that. She was actually pretty impressing. But I don't want to
But
give her
you
too
know
much
why-
credit. Huh?
But I think why they do that is because nowadays, that's all those jobs that you just mentioned. I'm not gonna say they're controlled by men, but a lot of individuals that make money, and I'm talking not a regular job money. I'm talking different tax brackets, are all involved in that or need those services. So what's better to you?
You're right, but
To hire a dude that's short, fat, and bald, or for the same price,
Fat
handle
Johnny.
women-
Shout out to Fat Johnny
handle
again.
Women, hold on, handle women in a red dress, stilettos, red lipstick, showing cleavage, nice backside, beautiful, smelling good perfume.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna sign the deal with? Ourselves. So us ourselves, like you said, you're doing. You're gonna put on Player of the Week, but us ourselves, we're drawn to that too. We're drawn to what looks good to make a business deal.
yeah, but I don't do business with women.
No, I didn't say you do, but are you not drawn though? When that
Yes.
person comes in, you'll at least go to dinner.
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
at the dinner.
But I don't do business with women.
And I never say you do business, but you're at least in the door, and then after that, get the number.
You want to know why?
You're getting the number.
You want to know why?
You're getting the number.
But you want to know why?
Are you getting the number?
100%.
Just answer me that and I'll be quiet.
100%.
But I won't be quiet. I just said.
100%. The reason why I don't do business with women, all respect to all women, because they're too emotional. They're emotional creatures, and when I go hard, I go hard. Meaning that when I prove something and want something, I get it. That's just how I am. So when I do business with women, they're too emotional. They'll be like, I just don't want to talk too much about it because I want to be like the bad guy type of thing. So I
think we'll say we'll save that for another show, but
Yeah, it's another episode.
But I mean, you understand what I was trying to tell you, though.
Right.
So, but I mean, going in more in depth, it's like a lot of that's why they're drawn also to get those type of jobs because they see the value. And wait a minute now, I know that why are these people looking at me this way? Because now the woman knows she's attractive, that she could make certain people do things. I'm not saying that's gonna happen to you, but that's what they do.
But you're right though. But one point I wanted to shoot at you, I was told this that realtors, real estate agents, they're two different things. One, they join the board of realtors / that, and one gets, they're two different things. They're like struggling actors. They're fighting.
You said struggling actors.
No, they are.
They're showing up to auditions for 30 years.
Yes, they are. So they're on commission based only, and that's what he's on. That's what if they want to do that, knock themselves out. But I'm against it. I'm against.
So you're with the blue collar guys. Get your ass up, go to work, and that's it.
Yes.
By all means necessary.
Yes. Dude, I was trying to get real estate when I was 20 years old, Mr. Buff. I lost everything. Back in 2007, 2006,
that was a bad time for everybody.
Yeah, I lost everything. But the thing is, I said I couldn't even open a bank account back then. Those are my douchebag days. Now I will never do that ever again, Mr. Buff. You know what I say to myself? And that's why I know all my friends from. So what I'm doing now is I say to myself, get a trade, do what I need to do, and that's what I'm doing. Like, honestly, I could do whatever I want to do because it's with my mind and with my hands, and that's what I want to teach my girls to do. My little girls, of course. Everybody out there, don't think my girls, I got a bunch of them. I only have 2. But don't judge me for that. They want to.
You're gonna get judged. People got 10 kids these days. It's 2024.
No, I only have 2 girls.
Hey, there's stuff going on now.
No.
How do they do it? I don't know.
Mr. Buff, I have 2 women.
No, I'm just saying though. That's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Multiple babies, women, babies, mamas, multiple babies, dad. That's just what it is. The game these days.
Yeah. Well, I have 2 beautiful little girls. That's just.
Well, congratulations! Shout out to Richard's little girls. Shout out to Richard's little girls because you know what I'm saying they're trying to do the right thing here, Rich.
But the thing is, so we're gonna have a couple things on this podcast. It'll be really interesting. I'm gonna have Mr. Buff with his comedy. We're gonna have we're gonna actually roast, and don't get scared. I don't want to use the word roast.
I don't roast. I'm direct, homie.
We're gonna have some beautiful ladies on the podcast, and we're gonna have them out there. We want to introduce ourselves.
I'm just gonna have some real interesting questions, and I'm raw with it. That's what this is all about.
So let me introduce myself. My name is Rich. I'm born in Compton, California, raised in Compton until I was about 8 years old. Moved to Downey.
Compton is ghetto fabulous.
Oh yeah, hey, dude, Mr.
That's
Buff.
the best meals though.
Buff, you want to know something? Best taco truck.
And no, not only that. Hold on, Rich. You know this too. We are just talking about it the other day. Shout out to your dad, by the way, because Compton is one of the originators where you can walk in a little tiny supermarket, go to the back, get some fresh made carnitas, fresh buche, fresh nipa, carne asada, eat in the market, still buy your kids' eggs, milk, juice, and walk out at the same time.
Right. So born and raised in the city of Compton, product of Downey, one of Downey schools. I love the city of Downey. Now I still live in the city of Downey, and honestly, became an electrician. I was a douchebag.
Well, no, you were not a douchebag. You're just trying to find yourself. That's what everybody does. They're trying to find themselves.
I was a douche.
You fit in.
When it came to sales, no disrespect to anybody out there. When it comes to sales, sales is the worst thing to get in. Because honestly,
it's worse because this Rich, it's not for everybody. It's only 1%ers that are naturally inclined to sell.
Right. But the thing is, now me and Mr. Buff, we're in the electrical field. We're trying to do a podcast live with you guys, and we're in the electrical field. We're trying to build an electric company called New Live Electric. Shout out to New Live Electric. There's only 3 of us, me, Primo, and Buffer here. And Buffer's our superintendent, so we're doing good.
Hey, it don't matter how big it is. It matters how far you're willing to take it. That's what that's about.
Right.
Because there's people supposedly been in the game for this amount of years and they ain't got nothing cracking. That's why I said, where's the money? You know what I mean? Or it's like what I told you the other day. I go, and how many have this problem? They go, oh, our barbers. Now barbers took it so much of a level, you can't even find the barber. They Instagram, they're on social media. You text them up.
Shout out to Global.
They'll wake up like at 3 p.m., at 4 p.m., talking about where you at.
Oh no.
My day's over at that time, Rich.
Oh no. Let's talk about that real quick, Mr. Buff.
It's,
So check this out.
Not true. The majority, not saying all of them.
Just gentlemen, really quick. I'm gonna give you guys the best advice in the world. I've been in the game for a very long time, Mr. Buff. A very long time.
Don't make them think how old you are, Rich. Just keep them thinking. Keep them guessing.
I'm 42 years old. I'm gonna be 42. So I've been in the game for a long time. So I'm 41 years old. So check this out, Mr. Buff. There's 3 things you gentlemen need to have. You gotta have clean shoes. Doesn't matter what kind of shoes they are.
They just have to be clean.
Gotta be clean.
But I heard these days now that the kids be wearing dirty shoes. They dirty them up.
Right. It's in men though.
I'm talking about. Oh, okay.
You gotta have clean hands. Like your hands need to be clean. Your nails gotta be clean. Your dead skin has to be rubbed off, and you gotta have a fresh cut. Shout out to my boy Angel from Global, right there off Atlantic and Imperial.
I know Angel too. They cut
Angel, the
right
best of the best. He's there from 9 to 6 every day. I'll put his address down low. He's good. You have those 3 things. You can have a dirty shirt. Look at that. I'm wearing our shirt, Mr. Buff Rich Show.
That's a nice shirt. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, get in the comments. We have that merch if you guys need it. We got the cups, the shirts, the sweaters. We got it all.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't think we're gonna start out winking. We gotta go hard. So the Buff and Rich Shirts merch is available. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm going back to my barber.
Go ahead,
so my barber works from 9 to 6 every single day, Buff. I mean 9 to 6. Hardworking man.
Lunch? Tell me that.
What's that?
That's important when we want to find out.
Oh, yeah.
They pack him a lunch.
Oh, they pack him lunch? No, he's a single guy. Very good looking guy. Mixed hair. He looks like Daddy Yankee. Very good looking guy. But I want to know about you. Like, I see you fresh sometimes, but I really want to know.
See, I knew this question was coming.
I really want to know. I haven't seen you fresh for a long time. You're looking fresh today, but I was going to doubt it. I heard you couldn't get a hold of your barber.
It's because that's how it is. I mean, shout out to my barber, Fat Johnny. I got to stay loyal to him. I mean, he cuts one of the best barbers in the area, but
you can never get him, though.
It's inconsistent. You got to just catch him. Have you guys had this problem where you got to catch your barber? Like, they're just busy, this, that, or you get there, you got to just wait there for him and all that. That's just me. That's the position I'm in. But what it is, Rich, I'm like you. I'm very loyal. So I got to die with the ship sometimes.
Yeah. I used to have John in my barber,
but
man.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves, though. Did you know?
Dude,
I hate waiting on people.
Yeah, but you're waiting all day. How do you like that cat?
No, I don't. I never said I do.
All right.
I just said I have to go through with that. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, though. But what's one of your biggest pet peeves, though? Like,
dude, my biggest pet peeve is when I'm dating a girl, Mr. Buff, and she blows me up. I mean, she'll call me over and over and over. It's not like I don't have a smartphone. You know, if you call me one time, Mr. Buff, I see it. Okay, I'll give you a call back. But when they call me over and over and over like that, I want to strangle myself and strangle
her. I think
her.
you're making them crazy for a reason, though. They don't just wake up like that. They just wake up like that.
But because I'm a gentleman, baby. I'm a lover.
No,
I'm like.
That's why they call it. I think they like to get blocked though too. Though. So
the block, but the thing is, they block.
They block. They unblock. I don't know. That's crazy.
They block. I blocked them. They charge me. They call me on a Google free number.
Shout out to all them toxicas out there.
Oh, we love them. We love them. I like to just remain casual. I'll stay on a novice level because honestly, if it goes higher than that, I will not do it.
So it's beginning, then novice. So remember,
intermediate, intermediate, novice, and expert.
In order to talk to Rich, you got to be at the second level. Anything 3 and above is no good.
No, I'll go the first 3 with them. I'll go the first 3 with them, Mr. Buff, but I ain't going past that. I'm going that 4th level.
So you treat him a nice little meal, a nice little dinner.
Yeah, because I like to eat.
Nice little oysters and $115 crab legs.
Oh gosh.
You know what I'm saying? Treat him to a nice club, Rich.
Yeah.
No,
okay, so check it out.
I know you don't go clubbing though, but I mean,
no.
But what's the best bar club?
I'll tell you guys how it works. In our field, a lot of gentlemen, I'm an electrician. Okay, you are also too. So in our field, after we get off work on a good Friday, a lot of guys want to go to a bar. Okay, a lot of bar, have some drinks, a good solid 40-hour work week. Blue collar work is kicking ass, building America. It's great. So
people are getting drunk with no breakfast, no nothing in the stomach.
Oh yeah, all steroid up. These motherfuckers are going crazy.
Shout out to all the workers out there that belong to these unions or even non-unions, whatever. However, you're just getting your money blue collar, 40 hours a week, sometimes 50, 60 hours a week. Shout out to you guys.
But these guys, let me explain to you something about that, Mr. Buff. These married men go out there to the bars with me. Remember, I'm single. I'm single. I can do whatever I want to do. I go to these bars, and yes, they're called topless bars. And they use a different word for it. But I like going to them, having a couple of drinks, $5 beers, looking at the ladies, having some drinks with some friends, communicating with each other. Beautiful. But you know what the problem is? These fucking married men fall in love with the dancers.
What's wrong with that? Let them be in love.
Because they're married.
And, I mean, it's a touchy situation, Rich, but everybody they call it a side dude, right? I'm not too old to say that, a side piece. So
but they're asking me to send them flowers for them because their wives are in the credit
card.
card.
So now you're involved. So what do you want me to do?
I don't want to be involved.
So you're going to get frowned upon if I ask you, give me that hotel.
Well, yeah,
even though Rich, my wife's listening right now, but she's our manager. But shout out Doña Flor. But I'm just saying. So you're gonna get offended when I say, Rich, I can't pay this with this. Go ahead and pay it for me. I would do it for you.
No,
you always say that to me. What would you do?
But the thing is, I get their side phones. They put all my information on their side phones. Hey, ladies, we look out for the side phones. Because honestly, if it says Richard on there, it's not me. It's really your husband. You know what I mean? I shouldn't say that out loud.
No, yeah, you should say that out loud. Why not? This is your show, Rich. You can say what you want. These are just thoughts that go on in your head, Rich. No thought is nothing without no action. This is just what men been thinking since the beginning of time.
Fucking Mikey always fucks up. Oh, I said his name.
Well, they don't know what Mikey though.
You're right.
Shout out Mikey.
Shout out Mikey, my primo. Shout out Mikey to my primo. He's the craziest guy I know. Hey, Mr. Bubba, check this out. We're going to be live here every Sunday, live and proud. Actually, every Saturday we're going to be live and proud, having a good time. And the thing is about it, Mr. Buff and I, we always get along really, really well. And our guests are going to be beautiful, folks. You got to turn into this.
It's guests from all over, Rich, because it's people from all walks of life.
Well, my partner's bringing them. My partner's going to bring all our guests. She's our talent manager. She's a manager at one of the biggest clubs in the alley scene. She's very, very known, very beautiful.
Really?
Oh,
Please
yeah.
Please.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna sip my tea. Please do tell.
Oh my gosh, she
Please
brings
do
some
tell.
badges. And the thing is, you know what about my partner? She's a witch.
So in other words, in other words, what you're trying to say, guys, pay attention. She could get the ugliest dudes laid.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Then you're what you call. You're under the gold mine.
My cousin went to like 3-0 one night, Mr. Buff. I was surprised.
3-0.
You want to know why?
I can't even go one time every 3 months. Shout out to my wife for still hanging on to me. Shout out to my wife still hanging on to me. Keep it going. Don't worry. Thank you.
God damn it, Bubba.
No, I mean, it's the truth. But you know what? As far as us coming down to that, a lot of us like to be in different positions, but it's hard to juggle the work with a couple of women and then the sexual appetite they got. You really gotta be
not for me.
Some type of different. Congratulations! Shout out to Big Rich being able to do all that.
True.
The regular guy, I'm telling you, they gotta do all these supplements, all these type of pills just to maintain.
Not me.
Not everybody could just sleep 2.5 hours, go to work on a 10-hour day.
Oh no, Mr. Bubba, see, let me explain something to you. And like I told you guys, it's a lifestyle. To be. And this is the main question I'm gonna have for them.
You tired right now, Rich?
Oh no! Because I've been up all day long, and I actually had a crash, Mr. Buff. This is the main question that I have. Are you a cheater? And this is the question because I want to know.
I like honesty. I like to tell somebody what lane I'm doing. But back then they used to call them cheaters. You know what I mean? But now, as long as you're honest about the situation, I think more women could gravitate towards that.
Very true. I like that one.
Back then, you'd be like, oh, no, you're this and that. But now you're like, this is my situation. This is what I want. If you can handle it, good. If not, I'll see you later. Am I right or wrong?
Very true. So the thing is about me, let me explain something to you. When I'm in a relationship, a side-by-side, 100% relationship, I am not a cheater. But when I'm dating somebody, I like to date. I like to explore. Like.
So what's dating? Is that sexual involved or no sex?
You're talking.
Sex is big. Sex is big.
We got to keep it PG.
No, you don't. This is the Rich and Buff show where anything goes. It's raw.
Right.
I'm talking about sexual appetite, Rich. I'm not saying bad words. I'm not saying nothing.
You got to be safe. Cover it up.
No, we're being safe right now. It's just talking with how regular people
But you know what? But you got to cover it up. Meaning like you got to cover your tool.
Oh yeah. You gotta go in there like that. Definitely, safe sex is the way to go. Or they say abstinent, but I don't think we can have.
No, abstinence is not the way to go.
I don't think abstinent is the way to go.
No, but when you fall somebody, when you have a good sexual partner with somebody, you stick with that person.
But the appetite could be. I mean, women are open-minded more than ever now, and they're even saying, you know what? I got a side dude. They're the ones with the side dudes. It's not us anymore, Rich. It's the tables have turned. Now you're calling, where you at, girl? Where you at? Back then it was like, where you at, boy? Where you at? Now it's like, you can't find them. Oh, I'm at work. Oh, my phone was off. They'll say, bullshit, Rich. Their phone was not off.
Hey, Bub, let me tell you this story. And the thing is, I don't think we'll ever get her on the podcast. But check this. I'm gonna tell you a story.
No, you'll get her on.
So this is how toxic women are, everybody. I had a friend. My partner said, "Hey, Rich, the best dancer that I have in my club is this young lady that comes all the way from Anaheim to my club. I can't tell you what city it's in." I go, "Is she married?" "Yeah, she's married. She has a nice Mercedes. She's the #1 producer. She's the one that calls all the shots." So I go.
So you couldn't believe it?
No.
That's exciting.
So I go, okay. She actually came to my daughter's birthday party, and I saw her. She was beautiful. You know what I mean? And
so
this is what she does.
Hold on, she's all right.
Hold on, this is what she does. So this young lady, guys, tells her husband that she's bartending at Disneyland.
Just to get away.
Okay, so she drives to Disneyland, leaves her phone in Disneyland.
Shout out to Disneyland employees.
Right? she leaves her car in a parking lot, pays the toll every day, leaves it, Ubers to the club, kills it all night long. Remember, she can't bring the phone into.
But she's making money though.
She's number one employee, killing it.
So what's the problem? Why she needs to hide? She feels.
But check this out.
And she's still taking money home to the family.
Check it.
To
Yeah.
the husband.
Yeah. He's a stay-home dad.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm in love with a stripper.
So check this out.
I'm in love with a stripper.
See, so check this out. I said to myself, Michelle, where's she at? Why ain't she working no more? Her husband calls her job, and guess what happened? So
They say she don't even work here.
No. So she goes to Disneyland, drops her car off, Ubers all the way to the club, the city they're in, parties all night long, does her job, makes money.
They towed her car.
No, drives all the way home. You know how I know she got caught? They sent a W-2 to her house, and she got popped. The husband started calling the job saying, "Does she work here? Does she work here? Does she work here?" And lucky my girl was cool.
So she was looking fine.
Lucky my girl was cool. You know what she says, Mr. Bub? That she's a bartender there. But then she had to quit, and she disappeared for a little bit. Never saw her again.
But you know what? Shout out to her because that means she was. Looking, man, she kept it a secret from her husband because she cared about him so much that's extra money for the household, make it easier on him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So look, folks, we're gonna be here every Saturday night filming. If you guys want to come check us out, come visit us, and learn the set, how to do things. We'll teach you guys out there. Second, we're gonna try to put it on the air in the next couple of days. So we're gonna have our first guest next week. Kick ass. Do some good stuff out there, good comedy, good questions, everything be on the same page, and just trying to live life.
And don't be shy in the comments because you'll let us know what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to talk about, because we're going to throw in different people from the community, different restaurants, different food vibes. If you're a foodie, this will be it. We'll throw in a couple of nights out of the week, a couple of menu items or certain spots where the food is good, this and that, or different type of guests from all levels, not just small, big ones too.
And a big thing that we're going to do, and I was talking to Mr. Buffer about this, is that we want to get the community involved. And we're big party animals. We love the party. Like,
We talked about remember Rich prior to that? And Emilio told us, our producer, we're going to be showing up at different places, different bars. First, we're going to start locally, and then who knows, we could take it globally, all across the U.S. But we're going to show up. Let us know your favorite bar, your favorite location, and we'll show up, try to have a show, talk to the owners, or at least, like Rich said, the first 50, 100 people get free drinks on us. We'll have drinks, and that's what we're going to do. Games or whatever.
We're going to be out. We're going to hopefully throw something on air this week, and we'll be out somewhere maybe on Friday of next week. And the first 50 to 100 people that we meet that follow us, we're gonna buy them a free drink.
If you show us a follow, you can follow us there or follow us there. Hey, I want to show up. I'll show up with a fake phone and try to get a free drink on Rich.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for another round of Mr. Buff and Rich show. We're gonna be tuning in every Saturdays. What Mr. Buffer, what Mr. Rich on Instagram.
No, TikTok. We're on our platform, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You'll get all that in the comments or in the page, the official Buff and Rich show on the gram for now. Our producer, Emilio's good with that. He's a genius. Shout out to Emilio. So we'll get together, and also like that, we look forward to being on location, Rich. But right now, we're just starting to get it booming, and then we'll get it cracking.
Yeah,
and
we're going to give out
everybody's gonna be
couple
like,
shirts,
funny. Damn,
couple drinks, couple this. It's not just that, Mr. Buff. We're going to introduce the lifestyle. And there's podcasts out there that do that already. But honestly, we're going to explain what these young ladies, what these young men do, and why they do it, how much money they make, if they want to sell that. IRS, the federal's always.
We hope you see, you guys catch us for, the episode coming up is with an exotic dancer or something like that. It's already cracking, so, just tune in.
Check us out, guys. Show us a little support, and we'll appreciate it. We'll appreciate it. But if you do see us at the bars, drinks on us. The first 50 to 100 people on us. And we're going to cheers with you guys.
I'm going to make fake coupons and put on a wig so that way I can get different drinks off of Rich.
Hey, but do me a favor. If I buy you a drink, do me a favor. I'm going to buy a couple more drinks for everybody else. Keep it to the house stuff. House tequila. Don't go with that expensive stuff. Don't be like Fat Johnny that goes on the expensive stuff. The only time he drinks Blue Labels was me.
He loves you for that Blue Label.
Jeez.
Shout out to Johnny for getting that $300
Every time I see my cousin Johnny, he go, Johnny, I got you on drinks. You drive me wherever I want to go, I got you. And guess what he orders?
I didn't even know what that was until you told me, to be honest.
Blue Label.
But me and you just drink this regular little beer.
And guess what he drinks on the other days of his life?
I don't know. He drinks some cat piss. So I like that. Meow to you, Johnny. Meow.
Right. So,
God bless you all.
So we'll see you guys. But now shout out to my little girl, Leah Bear. The love of my life, 9 years old. She thinks she's 25, and honestly, she's a little crazy. And shout out to my homegirl La Polla.
Thank you all, neighborinos.
All
Mr.
right.
Buffer loves you. Mwah!